Gaming has taught me a lot about how to live my life. Will sound a little bit silly, but I hold this very close to my heart. In Dungeons and Dragons, it's very, very important to keep tight, clean record sheets when you're playing. That keeps the game moving along at a good pace for everybody that's involved. It's also a matter of etiquette. You know, when everybody's in the heat of battle and somebody's got to stop and slow down just to figure out what a particular stat is in Dungeons and Dragons, it's kind of a drag. So I try and do the same thing with real estate. I have it very good preparation going into any real estate transaction. I keep very tight, clean record sheets for my clients, and contracts being tight, clean, easy to read, very important. The next thing that gaming, I would say, taught me is the importance of being a fair player that observes the rules. This is something that is so important in maintaining, good negotiations in real estate. Playing by the rules, being a part of a team, all working together to achieve a goal. Help a seller sell a property, help a buyer buy a property. Also, I would say another thing that gaming has taught me is organization. There's been so many board game nights that I have headed up where I bring over a new board game that nobody's ever played before, and being able to be knowledgeable about that board game to explain it to all the players so they have the best experience possible. I treat real estate kind of like a board game. I break it down into very simple, easy to learn terms and concepts, and I teach it to my clients so they're not going to have any surprises. They know what they're getting into and they understand what they want to do before they get to the point where they have to make a decision. And gaming has also taught me a lot about competition. For a number of years, I did competitive Magic the Gathering, and that is such a great metaphor for what a real estate transaction is. It pays to be the most knowledgeable person in the room when you're heads up against your opponent, and be mindful and observant of what your opponent is doing so you can plan accordingly. I also really enjoy the concept of having private information that doesn't get disclosed to everybody for a competitive advantage. If I'm sitting across the table from an agent that is absent-mindedly disclosing information about their client, I'm not going to correct that mistake. And the last thing I would say that gaming has influenced in my life is the inclusivity of it. Whether your meeple is purple, green, red, yellow, blue, or orange, everybody's allowed to play, and they should all be treated with fairness and kindness in how they play the game, or how they purchase a property, or how they sell a house. I hope this has been useful to you. And as always, if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk with you. No cost, no obligation.